hands are freezing right now. All right. On my way out here, I saw this guy on this big Unimog military-looking thing. It was awesome. I put my hand up and I meant to give him the horns like that, you know, but instead my fingers didn't work and I gave him like a backwards peace sign or something like this. Now I just feel dumb and I can't stop thinking about it. Well, today I'm returning to the place where I last camped because while I was out here I discovered that it's a really ideal place to shoot. And something I've been wanting to do again for a while is try to shoot from my motorcycle. A while back I found a spot where I could shoot from my motorcycle, or so I thought, and I made a video where I was riding and I was shooting. I got a vacuum cleaner. Got it. I later discovered that shooting there was illegal. I just didn't happen to get caught. But it was fun and it was unique and people enjoyed it, and I've been wanting to do it again. But it's hard to find a spot to shoot out here, honestly. At least to be able to do something like that. Usually I think the safest way to go out in the desert and shoot is to go out and find a wash somewhere, like a sandy riverbed, so that you're kind of down below the normal horizon line of the landscape, so that your bullets don't really have an opportunity to go stray, you know, miles away. Like this. Like that's a wash. So if you're shooting down in there, you're probably shooting into a bank, and it's just a lot safer. But it usually just requires you to come way out into the desert. This spot is pretty ideal, so we'll try to make it work today. And if you live in the Phoenix area, I will put the coordinates in the description for you. I'm not sure if everybody knows this, but in Arizona, it's legal to fire a gun on public land if you're at least a mile from a structure or a road. So a lot of times, instead of going to a range, people will drive out into the desert like this, set up some targets and shoot. But the most popular areas are really sketchy. Like there's a place called Miller Road where I've tried to go and shoot before, but it's so populated. Like there's so many people out there shooting. It's just, you don't know what, like if they're drunk or what they're shooting at, like if their bullets are going to ricochet. Like it's a really sketchy spot. This is it. This is the road. I'm gonna ride to the very end and make sure nobody's down here camping or whatever like I did, and then I'm gonna come back up here and find a straight section. I'll set up some targets. See, down there is a wash that would be ideal for shooting. Like you just go down there and you shoot into the side of this bank. That would be super safe. But I mean, I'm riding the motorcycle, I'm not standing still, so it doesn't really work for me. Now there's a fucking car down here. God damn it. I'm turning around. You ruined my day. Ruined my day, Holmes. Guess we gotta go explore another offshoot. Well, I don't really know where to go. I didn't account for this. So I'll check back when I find another spot. This looks pretty smooth and flat, which is what I want. You don't want to be going over bumps when you're shooting a gun, do you? Oh. Did not see that coming. Huh. This thing is dumping gas. Holy shit. I hate when that happens. I think I bent my brake lever a little bit. Well, that's over with. You don't see that very much on this channel. I don't really do it that often. This mirror on the right's got a little ball joint that popped out, but I don't think I broke the mirror. I'm surprised I haven't bent these bars yet, honestly. Oh, well now I really broke it. Taking this windscreen off so I don't accidentally shoot it. Okay. So this isn't the most ideal location, but it's better than riding along this road and having somebody show up on that ridge or riding this way, because I don't want someone to come around the corner to find that they're being shot at. So I'm going to do a dry run real quick, just make sure I can handle the pistol and the bike again. It's a lot much more tricky than I think you realize it is. I'm left-handed, so I can shoot a gun with my left hand, but that also takes your clutch hand away and occupies it, and then you can't grab the clutch again until the gun is reholstered, which makes it really challenging, actually. That's what I discovered last time. So I've got my paint can over here and some beer cans, so I'll go bang. Oh, that's way too fucking close. I should actually have them over here. 'Cause the thing is, you need time to settle in with the throttle and time to aim. That's what's really hard about doing this. It's like you get your gun out, you get your target out, and now you have to make sure your throttle hand is right where you want it, because if you lurch it at all, it changes where your gun's going to be pointing. Messes you up, you know? I suppose if you're driving down the road and you're aiming at another car, it'll be a whole different story, because you're on a smooth surface, and the thing you're shooting at is not moving in relation to you. Like, these targets are stationary. Well, I'm going like 5 miles an hour, so they're moving targets. Whereas if I was going down the road shooting at a car that's going my same speed, it wouldn't be a moving target. Okay, so I'm in first gear. Right when I get off here, my clutch hand is off. I draw my gun. Bang, bang. I could probably get about 2 shots. But that was the most challenging thing I found, was that right after you're done shooting, that gun has to be put away, and it's loaded, so you have to carefully find the holster with your finger off the trigger without looking at it before you have to use your clutch. It is not the easiest balancing act in the world. Got a full magazine. We'll see how many we shoot. I know that I have I have probably 25 bullets in a box. So if we need to, I can reload it. Right here, get my hand off the clutch, draw my weapon. I didn't even hit it once. Whew. Somehow this seemed easier last time. I think it was because I was on a smoother surface. Yeah, this surface is actually hard to ride on. Oh, there we go. I do have to look at the holster. But the most important thing when you do that is that you make sure your finger is outside the trigger guard, because if you shove that into the holster fast trying to grab your clutch, you could very easily shoot yourself through the thigh. I'm not saying it's dangerous, I'm just saying you need to make sure you know what you're doing with your trigger finger. Don't be doing that Star Trek shit where their finger's always on the trigger. I don't know how many of you watch Star Trek, but pay attention to how they handle their phasers. Their finger is on the trigger and they point their guns at each other all the time. Like, all the time. If that was real life, they would have vaporized half their crew. Yep, right there. Almost fucking fucked it up. Tell you what, it's hard to aim when you're going over bumps. That's for sure. Also, I've got my left glove off because it's easier to handle the pistol when my hand can feel the controls. Doing really bad this time. The problem is I look down the sight and then it just keeps moving every time I hit a rock or a rut on this trail. I got 3 left. Oh yeah, I got that a few times. I may have actually shot that when I was on the bike. Alright, let's try another round of this game. Drop my weapon. My weapon away. It's like all I can do is get 3 shots, but it's really tough to make him hit. I mean, I'm not a great pistol shot as it is, but doing it on a moving motorcycle over, it's not, I wouldn't say it's rough terrain, but when you're holding a gun it is. I think the bullets are going through the can, but it's not actually like disturbing the whole setup. Yeah, see, that went through the paint can, but it didn't knock the top cans off. Got 1 left. We'll just waste it and get out of here. It was kind of fun. I don't know. I was kind of annoyed with how difficult it was to find a spot to do this. But that's public land for you. But again, like I said, if you want to come out here and do some target shooting, doing it in the wash is the best place. But as I was packing up, I was thinking, I don't know if I've ever talked about my gun. When I turned 21, that was the legal age you could buy a handgun in Illinois. The first gun I got was this Beretta 92 FS, which is the gun that I carry with me on these trips. I don't carry it with me because it's like the ideal gun to carry. I carry it with me because it's the pistol that I own. I don't have any other pistols because after I bought that, I spent my money on guns I could hunt with, like shotguns and scoped high power rifles, things like that. But I chose this Beretta because it was the gun that I had always wanted. You see it in all the movies, you see it in all the video games, because it's one of the most beautiful semi-automatic pistols ever made. And coincidentally, it's also very reliable and very high quality because Beretta makes nice products. I got it brand new and just decided to start carrying it out here when I'm alone on these trips because, I don't know, I can. And because sometimes I encounter little places like this where I can do a little bit of shooting and it adds some activity to the evening, especially if I'm making a video. That's it. That's the story with that gun, because I know people are like, "Wow, why do you carry a 9mm?" In reality, if an animal wants to fuck with me, hitting it with a 9mm is probably going to make it fuck off. Like, I don't need to be walking around here with a 44 Magnum. This isn't exactly bear country, and I don't think a mountain lion or a coyote would stick around if it was getting shot at. But as for the mountain lion, if it was even approaching me, I think I'd be in more danger. Because when I first see it, it's probably when it's attacking me. So, I don't know. I think it's subjective what kind of gun you carry to defend yourself against animals that likely are never going to attack you. It's mainly for entertainment and a little bit of security, considering that the humans that are out in these areas are strangers and they're a little bit crazy. Or they could be a little bit crazy. You can't trust them. That's my point. You can't trust them. That's my story. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been waiting a while to get back out and try to do that again, so that was kind of fun. I'm glad I found a spot where I could do it. Maybe in the future, if I'm camping out here, I'll do a little more of that. It's just tough to find a decent spot. I'm not totally sure I'm on the right road. Oh yeah, this is the right road. Anyway, I'm going to continue on this and scope it out, see if it's something my truck can handle. I'll record it, and if anything interesting happens, I'll put it here at the end of the video. Bye.
Thugging on the net will get you closer to your grave. If you fucking with my set, then we aiming at your brain. chain on sight with a pussy if he fucking with my name. I don't do a fucking verse unless I'm about to get paid. I don't fuck with none you lame, so stay on my fucking way. If you run up on the kid, you getting hit with the blade.